All right. And then too, so just a reminder, yeah, thanks for keeping the webcams off. And then also, we'll utilize the chat because it's a lot of times it's hard to hear because of different bandwidths and whatnot, and it's just a lot clearer when we use the chat. And uh, and that just helps everything. So again, welcome, and I'll say we have some more that have joined. Again, if you're new to Zentangle or just new to us, would love to know, and put that in the chat. Say and feel free to say hi, where you're from, and yeah, yeah, Beatrice, yeah. So yeah, Mom usually likes to do the Zendalas, and we never plan anything out. It is. Um,
Yeah, she doesn't tell me what she's doing, so
I never do.
well,
Oh, you know what? I forgot one thing here. Let me.
like I said earlier, I just grabbed my bag because every Monday morning I have at the senior center where I volunteer and I'm a member, we do a drop-in Zentangle group, and several of the people that are on are part of that group. And I just grabbed my bag that I had packed from that, and whatever I can find in there is what I'm using. And
I, I,
this happens to be one of the marbleized ones, but on a it turns out different on a Renaissance. Oh, and
yeah,
that means I can use my white.
yeah, and oh, I lost what I was. I had a thought. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it'll come back to me at some point. Okay, so today, and I don't know because also decided changed my mind at the last minute. And Cassie a lot of times comes on in the evening, so we're gonna take a look at Cassie's flower rope. And for those that are not on our Facebook group, that's what we're referencing. If you're on Facebook and want to join the group, I will put oh, I think I can put a link right now. That first link, oh, here we go, is to my version of her tangle. This is to the Facebook group. So if you are on Facebook and want to join us, we continue the fun over there. And I thought because this one is, I mean, it's not, yeah, the flower rope is very, very cool. Um, I don't want to say it's an easy to do tangle. I like easy to do is nice. Oh, and here's okay. Hold on. Here's. Um, feel like I'm discombobulated for some reason. And so anyway, so we'll take a look at it, and I thought we could pair it. So in my mind, I formulated this idea of what I'm gonna do. So I'm the only one that has any advantage. And then by this evening, it's like, oh, I don't know what I'll do next. But so I thought I'm gonna use a Zendala, and yeah, and if for whatever reason, Mom, we never plan, and then we'll usually start with them spread out, and then it's like, okay, whatever, just to be different. And so for those, if you are shy and didn't tell us you were new, um, but you're new, you can follow either one of us or both, and as we're tangling, that's up to you. Okay, so let me share my screen. Oh, I know what I was gonna say, Mom, is you need to have a go bag, like, and
Yeah.
it's like an emergency, it's like so like the bag that you gave me, or neither. Jen says, yeah, that's right. Follow your own drum. It's okay. If you ever tangle go bags, separate set of
Well,
supplies is really what it should be.
that's what I consider this one. So,
Oh my gosh. All right. So, and I just posted this because, like I said, I was gonna use Debbie's because I was going to go order of posts because Debbie had put one, and then I think Cassie put this, and then Debbie put a third one on, and I'm like, oh my goodness, and they're all lovely. So we'll just keep it rolling, and I'm also gonna put out just some suggestions. I'm gonna take what Rick and Maria have put as to what is a tangle. So not that anything has fallen outside of the guidelines, and they're just ideas, but I want to put that out there so at least we have something. But anyway, so Cassie had seen this necklace, and then it just spoke to her and said, I need to be a tangle, and so she did it. This is her sample right here, which is just really, really cute. And then, and as she has drawn it, it's, you could use this on a string line, so it could be a border, it could be a whatever. So she's showing like on a, on a string line, and we'll start with just some orbs, spaced widely because we want to make sure that there's room for uh these petals, and then also, so for the little orbs that will come in between. So you can space it out however you like. You can make these little, these are like big curved lines, coming from the orb and just going around. And you can make those obviously whatever size that you want. And then filling in between. And what I thought was interesting, and as I was doing it, I'm like, oh, I need to maybe make sure that the petals are pointing to each other, because in hers, the little teeny orbs that make what would be like little beads are going from petal to petal. Now, it doesn't matter, but I was like, oh, well, I'm going to make sure to, maybe have mine pointed that way because it does look kind of neat. So that is it. So my thought is, so I'm going to do it in a circle like she had done, I think. And but it's like, ooh, what fun we could have to do like a spring, almost like a garden or something. So mine is going to be like a flower portal.
You have
And
something up there now, different.
yep. And so
On
yeah, this
purpose.
is mine. So this was my tangle. I put that in there also. I put mine in there also. So I thought I put up the last 3 like organic type tangles that that we had on our daily tangle, and I'm putting the links in the chat right now. This was La La Lavendel by Leanne Dam, and this was just so cute because it's just straight lines, and then kind of that same shape that but maybe a little bit narrower, at the top, but just like little flux shapes um spread down. It's like groups of like 3 or 4 going down the stem, and then you can aura it or not. And I thought, well, that's cute. And then we have Blixty, which is a little, I just think it is really neat. And we'll do flower rope first, and then I'll work through some of these. But you can put whatever organics you might want to put in. So I just grabbed the last 3 just because they were the last 3 that we did. And oh, I'm not sure what you mean, Demi. Can't get the grid view. I'm screen sharing, so you might not. It's not going to look as like normal, like maybe if that's what you're thinking. So, and then Sprang, which it is another, starts off with a curve line, a couple other curve lines. These Blixty is probably the most complicated of them. But like I said, we'll talk through these, and I can always flip back if I need to. Yeah, Blixty will probably be the most complicated of any of them, but you can add in whatever you want. If you just want to do, if you have ones in your head that are your favorites, you could do that if you want to add it in, or you can just do flower rope. It's all up to you. It's a free for all. That's what we do. So, all right. Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to do mine around, and I am not gonna draw a string line or anything. I'm just gonna draw some orbs around the outside, but leaving enough room, obviously, so that way I have some space. Oh, and I might. I have some other ideas that just popped into my head. Okay.
I can already envision what Rosemary's going to do.
Because there's orbs.
Yes.
Although I loved Rosemary. I loved her. She did a different one with the La La Lavendel that was, it was just like, it was different than the other things that you've posted. There's my good pen. Rosemary was, really neat. And hi, Leslie. Okay, let's see. Oh, well, that's let's see. And I'm starting with this. I'm gonna say I'm not putting mine in any. I'm not using my little cheat thing that we were playing with. That's gonna be for the next
Well, and actually,
Big class.
for Beatrice, a lot of tangles are based on doodles that we used to do in school on pages, except these are more mindful. We're focusing on them, right,
Yeah,
Heather?
or
Right.
yes. And more deliberate. That's the word.
Yes.
Because the difference between a doodle and the Zentangle is or doodling, and well, we don't say Zentangling, we say tangling.
Tangling.
Is the fact that these are deliberate strokes versus the mindless. Oh, I'm gonna, because like I would do that. Uh, like if there was letters on the page, I would fill in. I maybe even did the aura thing or something, and but yeah, this is all deliberate. So that way, when somebody says, "Oh, you're doodling," it's like, no, here's the difference. And then that way, then you know, then they leave you alone. Okay, so once you have your orbs in whatever direction that you want, and yeah, Leslie, that was my thought was I'm going to make a garden scene inside this flower rope. So that's what we're doing, the flower rope first, and then like I said, I'm going to try to make these bigger than I thought, and maybe a little bit fatter than I think. And you can do them because I start off with like, okay, just something thin. Let me make sure I'm in here. Um, and then usually by the time I get to the last one, I think, oh, that one's going to have to be huge, and it's not. I think too much about some of these things. And so you can either, you could do it in one, essentially one stroke if you want, just kind of going back, and forth and just bouncing off the orb.
I messed up already because my first one has 6 petals instead of 4.
Well, you can have 6 petals. You can have 12 petals.
I will do better.
As we know, we add our own spin. But now on the corners, they should all have 6.
Oh no.
Well, you could do it on the diagonal, and that would be the top or the
Well, and
bottom.
that's what I was thinking. Definitely what I was thinking.
Well,
Oh, and I have yeah. Mine are going to be very organic.
that's the best kind. Well, yeah. And sometimes when you stop the pen and do them individually, because it's like I'm like, well, that one is interesting, but it's organic, and we're just gonna leave it at that.
We have lots of words: organic, whimsical, rustic.
Yes.
They all fit.
Always looking for more. That's gonna look neat on that. The marbled.
We will see.
Yeah. Or as Jen was saying, that one is going to look that will look totally groovy. Let's see. Okay, let's looking back. Okay. And then, once you have the flower part set, then it's just putting in smaller orbs. Ooh, and hmm. I feel like I didn't grab all of my colors. Oh, but why not? Since they're just a reach away. Okay, let's do, or no, do this one. Oh, so not that, well, we'll see if the green shows up on here. This is going to be green. My camera doesn't seem to like colors. I think it just looks black. All right. This is imaginary. And I was thinking too, you could, you could have fun with the littler orbs. They don't have to say go in a straight line or a curved line. You could have fun with those too.
That's what I'm doing.
Are you
Having
good?
fun
Oh,
with it.
neat. Well, I should do. Well, see, I got two that are kind of straight here. I can let loose in a minute, right? Yeah. Mine they start small and then they get bigger. Oh, and actually, because you could have them going from.
Oh, I like it.
I like it too. Yeah. And, and I forget. Oh, it was, I think, the La La Lavendel one. I was like, I just needed something. There's some days you just like, let me just have something I don't have to think about. And that's the whole objective of Zentangle anyway, is to have it be an escape, uh, to find your Zen and
Did Mary
and all
just
of
join
that.
us?
Oh, look, she's
Hello.
trying to figure something. Hi, Mary. If you don't mind, we'll turn off your webcam. And so, if you're just joining us, if you want to, you should be able to scroll up in the chat
Okay.
and see the links. So we're working on this one called a flower rope. That's our first, and and if you don't see it, I can put it back in.
I can't see it. I'm sorry, but I'm not
Okay.
very
Yep.
good.
No problem. No, I can put that. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sure thing. And let's see. Let me just put mine. I don't know if I put mine in there. I'll just do that. Okay. So let me put that. Okay. So there it is again. And if anybody else has just joined us, what we're doing this flower rope first, and all it is putting orbs around however you want. They don't have to go in a circle. They can kind of go in a straight line, if you want, or a curved line. It's all okay. And then we're doing, after you have your bigger orb set, then we're just doing big curve lines to that orb, making the petals, and then connecting them with little teeny orbs that that are like the beads on the necklace, because that's what the inspiration was a necklace. And then after, you say, this is one where, if you want, the way we like to do things is you can just do the one tangle, and two, and I didn't even mention, it's a little late now, but I think it seemed like most everyone on the call has been with us. You can work on whatever it is that you want surface wise, and our objective is, having fun with a tangle, number one, and then two, um, exploring it, and then like this, we're combining some tangles to, because it's fun, and let me put those ones on there also. That way too, if anybody else had joined us, this Mom is doing now the La La Lavendel.
I'm
And
not going to aura it though, because it doesn't go with
yeah.
with what I don't have room.
Well, and I think it looks neat without.
Yeah, I just like the sprigginess of it,
Yeah.
or something like that. Actually, it's going to fill up my corners. That's what it's
There you go.
and maybe
Actually, I was,
somewhere else.
oh, let's try this. And let's see. Well, we'll see how good. I was just thinking, I don't know how well like a shine is gonna work on well, I guess it could on the yellow. I might have to use the white jelly roll though. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm turning mine into my own coloring book. And I'll probably do the petals different colors. And if you're just, just doing, black, white shades of gray is great. It's classic Zentangle.
Traditional.
Yeah. So, and I usually stick with that more because there's, for me, it's just like too much to think about when you're adding colors. And that was the reason that in the method, so if you're using it for the meditation or mindful benefit, unless you're, I don't know, I mean, you can still use color and get that benefit, just like, we can have a, you know, laugh and giggle and still get the benefit, right? But for some people, probably just people like me, that it just takes too much thought, and so that interferes. So then, best to not do that. And um, sorry, I just needed to add an orb there. It was bothering me. It wasn't making a corner right. But anyway, like I said, it's too much thought process. Well, what color should I do next? Oh, what should I do here? What should I do there? All right. Oh, and if I just left it like that, it'd be like daisies. Something else that I decided to add on mine. What's that?
I said, yes, it looks like.
Yeah,
No,
you can.
you know what it really looks like? Strawberry blossoms.
Yes.
That's the kind of blossom that a strawberry has with like I think it's 4 petals, so 5 at the most.
Yeah, that's true.
It really
put
calls for color. Does that
it
mean I have
does.
to run out and get my
Get your
whole
colors.
thing?
And I decided it needed just a little straight line, and I'm kind of like flicking my pen so that way you get that taper.
Oh,
And I'm
yes.
trying not to make it too big, just little. And it just, I did it in the step out. I was like just playing. And I'm like, oh yes, it needs that. It doesn't have to be real big, and I kind of like just having one. But yeah, if you just, wow, that was too short. Yeah, kind of flick, a controlled flick, I guess. So that way, like I said, you get that taper. Excuse me.
So
And then,
cute.
oh, what?
So cute.
Me? Yes. Well, it was just, with kind of spring trying to be sprung. We can't say sprang yet. We can only draw sprang. It's like, oh, we just need, I was just like, oh, need color, need flowers, need plants. Yes, yes, yes. All right. And they say and two, I think, oh, I could actually just keep drawing circles or have it kind of make a path if I wanted to. But I do want to incorporate some other things. And let's see. Well, I'll start it with, oh, maybe I'll do it with the brown. There would see still decisions. It's enough decision sometimes.
Oh,
All
I
right.
guess I have to sharpen my colored pencils if I want a sharp
Yeah.
point. I decided not to use my jelly roll pens. My whole board is getting
Oh.
all different colors. from the jelly rolls that I turned my thing over while it was still wet.
Oh, that's funny. All right, I'm gonna throw some of that Blixty in here. So, and I'm gonna, well, you won't be able to see that I'm doing this with a brown pen. Just imagine, it's a brown pen. And so this one was, 2 lines like this making the stem. And let's see. And then an orb at the kind of the top.
You know what I would do with that one, Heather? Right where you
Yeah.
have it? I would
Yeah.
have it like hollow come out from the edge. See, continue your 2 lines on the other side of your little beads so it looks like it's coming from the outside edge of your circle. Right where your pointing finger, right there.
Oh, you mean to continue it down here?
Yeah, so it looks like it's coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
Not that that's necessary, but
Good.
I
I
like
did.
that.
Okay, so we have one orb, and I guess we can fill this in as right now on the sides. And then make a bigger orb around it.
Oh, I have
And
to
see this
remember.
one, what's that?
I have to remember that I can use white because I'm on Renaissance, but it has I have to look in the light. It has kind of pinkish and greenish and lavendery. I'm excited.
And then this one, yeah, you just draw lines. I like to continue, not that you have to, the stem in into this part, but it's just drawing some lines, kind of curved, and then and actually maybe this one I will. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe it's that I will color in the sections. Maybe we'll see. And then we're doing this is rounding. If so, for those that don't know, at the tops of these, I just very making it really small, but just kind of rounding off where the line goes, where we're going into that outer orb. And those can be as big as you want. I always end up making mine small. Which yeah, it'll be fine. And then it grows off of there. So if you kind of follow this, and that's probably part of why I like to have this sort of continue, is because then, I guess I'll have it stem off. I might make this the showcase and then add some of the other things. And why I made that so long, I don't know. Well, I guess I could make the this part bigger. There we go. All right. Really big. But it's okay. All okay. This will be extra fun to see what everybody ends up doing. Because it's those are neat and purple. If that's what the real color is.
Yes, it is. I have to find my blending pencil and blend them a little. Oh. Oh. How come I only have one and I know I have two? Where did it go?
Is it the colorless blenders that you keep?
Yeah, these are new ones I bought. I never did find the two that I think you got for me. But I don't know.
Heather.
You know what? These, if I don't put the lines on, what else was making me think of this?
They look like mushrooms.
I was thinking not that olives don't grow. What was I? No, it was making me think of olives. When I when I do the little orb, like in black, where I would reserve the space. That was making me think of olives. I think that's where I got on this this thing. So, and yes, the yellow and brown, very reminiscent of our 70s childhood. Yes, indeedy. Indeed. And well, this isn't quite avocado green. You can't see that that's green, but if it was. Yeah, and it does look a little like poke root, Zelda. You're right, yeah. And
Are you making fun of my orange, green, and brown and yellow Tupperware?
well, there was the Tupperware.
But that was in the 80s.
No, that would have been. Did they?
Because it was when I was selling it, and that was in the 80s.
It wasn't in the 70s you were selling that?
Well, it probably started in the 70s.
They probably hadn't updated their colors yet.
No, from the pastel, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Onward and upward.
Sandy, oh. Dresses girls in the family marching brown and yellow dresses. Well, Mom, it hasn't been. How long have we had how long have you had the edition? Because they just got rid of their avocado refrigerator because they couldn't get parts for it anymore to make repairs. Not too long ago.
Well, yeah. Well, now it is in 2014. It was 47 years old and still running. And yeah, and now the new one that we've had, what's 2014? 6, 7, 8 years already. The something's wrong with the ice maker water thing. The lights in the refrigerator have stopped.
They just don't make them like they used to.
No.
That's for sure.
We did get, I think, what was it, 40? Now it's up to $50 for it. DTE Energy hauled it away, still working. We're not naming any brands because we don't want to, get a lawsuit or anything.
That's right. Right. But anybody watching that's if you are a manufacturer of appliances and you'd like to sponsor our show, first we have to test your product.
Yes. Free, of course.
Right. For, I don't know, 10, 20 years.
And then we'll let you know.
Yeah, because you had problems with that one. Almost seemed like not too long after.
Well, the microwave already, went dead. I mean, first time in my life I had all new appliances, all matching, all at the same time, and the microwave. I mean,
and problems with some.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Mary just sent me a little message. You know what? Let here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let me stop on this one and go back. And I'm picking a. Ooh, yeah, we'll do this. So because I just want to make sure that that everybody gets, and that's why I like to know if I have. And I think as you came in after me, I always ask if if somebody's new to Zentangle or whatever. And this is good because I have people watching or watching later. And because I just had this thought, I want to also try something. So there we go. And I think I'm still gonna do those in black. But yeah, so yeah, Mayor's asking if there's you know, suggestions, past sessions. So Mary, I have a YouTube channel, and at some point I will. Oh, those look neat, Mom. I will be posting this on there, and oh, okay. Well, if you're sure, Mary. All right, because I can start this one over. This one was rather simple, but so suggestions for people that are new to Zentangle. Um, well, and I have to get it posted, but and I don't. Oh, I still have time because I think I was going to do it like towards the beginning of May. I call it Zentangle Essentials, which teaches you the essentials. But I also do. It's just one of those. Just find something that you like that you think looks neat, and you just kind of pick a place and go from there. The Zentangle Essentials, though, is nice because it teaches you the basics of Zentangle, and we focus in on what's that?
The philosophy and behind it and the method.
Yeah, and
Not that we follow it, but
right. Well, because it's like we learn that, and then and we have it, and I had a thought in my head, and today is well, because I got up extra early for no reason, which never helps anything. But it helps to be grounded in that, and things like this, like the essential strokes. That's why I don't say, oh, we're gonna draw a flower, and you know what, and say, and this one is a little bit on the more complicated ish side, but like this, so that's why I like to say, orbs instead of, oh, let's draw a 4-petaled flower, because, well, see, now I would be like sort of okay, but even at that, it's like, I don't know. That's why having the step outs is nice, and I always try to um, use use essential stroke terms. So big curved. This is like a big C curve shape, and then we just repeat it. So I always try to do that. And let's see. Let me do one more of these, and we'll see. Yeah, and I just messaged that, yeah, you learn something. The air quotes. This is air quotes under the camera. There we go. Or bunny ears. Since we're coming up to Easter. Yeah, you learn something the right way, and then you adapt it to how you want to do it. We throw in our own bits, but the philosophies are what are what kind of bind us, because it's there's no such thing as wrong. There's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle, and we just go and we do. Oh, that will fix this. And then if there is something that it goes awry, like this, my line went over, so I thought, well, I'll just bump it out here, and I'm like, oh no, because I can do one more of these, and let me do one more, because I wasn't actually even explaining this one as I promised I was going to. I sort of did, and then probably sidetracked myself, because that's what I'm good at. So yeah, so this one, again, we're just drawing the two parallel lines. And it's so very, and so that's why I like to use that terminology, because we'll say the elemental strokes are the straight line. So right here, the S shape, the C shape, the orb, and the dot, and that's what we have. And so I'm drawing essentially a C shape, but then we have techniques. So the hollabout technique, which hollabout is a tangle, where we're essentially drawing behind. And so I drew this. It's kind of a C shape, but if I was to have connected it, it would be an orb. And that's also why we say orb, because C contains too much. A circle contains too much pressure. Because then it's like, oh, then they have to be perfect. And there's no such thing.
We just want the two ends to meet, but sometimes we can correct that too.
Right? Yeah, yeah, especially when we're filling in, and we can course correct and say, oh well, I can make this one a little thicker, or and even if it doesn't line up, it's still okay because this is organic. So filling in the sides of that. See, and this one I also like because it makes me think of laced, but that's more of an oval here. But it's kind of like a combination between laced and Rixty. And then so then after you have this little orb and color in the sides. And then too, I didn't mention because I was having the heck of a time trying to get the this orb to meet the ends of the two straight lines, and you don't have to because you could just as you're filling in, it's like, oh, let me just complete that, and nobody's the wiser. We don't tell secrets here. It's like the magician's club. We don't tell our secrets. And then so I'm coming right from the end of this and drawing just a bigger orb around. Kind of got a little weird there. And then just drawing some well, they're not evenly spaced. They're spaced out. Just some slightly curved lines going all the way around, from the part that I filled in. And this one still I went over. Oh, that's all right. And then this rounding technique is just kind of drawing a little, oh, that one you can kind of see, little curved corner and filling it in. And if I could just do it, it just was occurring to me, well, gosh, if I started using a thicker pen to draw the lines and then a thinner pen to do this, then I would probably have the problem a lot less often of, making the little bumps when I'm trying to merge, coming out of this line into the next line. That's okay. That one is cute. And saying that, thinking, let's see, so I'm looking at what Mom is doing now, and because she's using a toned, multi-toned piece of paper, she could use the white jelly roll on it. And because I was thinking, shading wise, well, shading wise, let's just
I don't know that would.
depending on how big you drew, say, the flowers, you could put graphite right around the outside of the orb. I'm trying to find my, oh, here, oh, that's a 5. Where's my 10? Maybe it's not out. It's hiding. See, in my pencil. Oh, there. I put my pencil away. That's why it's hiding. It's hiding right where it's supposed to be.
Are you talking about shading the little orbs?
Well, no. I was just saying if you wanted to. Oh, I don't. Hold on. Let me just check this. I don't think she put it in hers. No, she just kind of did it. So here's a thought. And I'm gonna let me try it on one first before I say anything. Let's see if I can.
See if it does what you want it to do.
Yeah. And I don't think it matters which side. Okay, so here, well, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna try it down here. Oh, that's the bad pen. Too many pens. Oh, that's because nope, I didn't put it there either. Oh, I've hidden it. Okay. Whoa. Oh, that's okay. All right. Now let's try it. So I'm gonna thickening the just one side of each petal. Oh. And I'm doing each side consistently. Then you tell me how well it looks. And if it doesn't, just go, oh, well, that's interesting. That's the polite way of saying, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and actually what I did, which is different, but you couldn't do it on the white that you're doing, is because I'm on a Renaissance tile that's been marbleized,
Yeah.
very pastel-y.
Yeah.
So I lightly colored it in with my white colored pencil.
Yes.
And then I put a little highlight up at the top with the white jelly roll to give it some depth. I sort
Yeah.
of did my shading with colored pencils rather than um, with the graphite.
Yeah.
But you could color, well, you could shade each petal with a little graphite up at the top too. I like what
You
you're
could.
doing. I like that.
Yeah. So just taking your pen and then you could just going over the one side. I didn't want to make that little bump, but well, and then here too is an opportunity if you needed to reshape anything, you could. So just kind of just to the one side, like I said, and I'm trying to start on the petal. And so you can either go to the inside or taking it to the outside. So if you need to adjust it at all, and that's where I would, it's like they don't once I'm on a flower, I'm going to do these all on the same side. So but you could change it probably from flower to flower if you wanted to. I just kind of look and say, well, which side do I need to fix? Oh, I like that. Listen, yeah, listen. Oh, that's different. Yeah. But then what's hard is like if you really mean it, because if you're saying it to be polite, you have to say it like as if it is interesting. I remember somebody pointing that out, and I was like, "One, yes," but you don't say, "Oh, yeah, that's in." Yeah, I mean, there's a way you can inflect to
Is
make
that
it
sort of
sound
like the
sarcastic.
Southern bless her heart?
Yeah, bless her heart. It's usually means she's such an idiot. No. Well, but then at the same time too, you could mean it. Oh, it's sincerely. It's just funny,
But it really sets them apart
doesn't it?
from the chain of little orbs. Gives them
Yeah,
some depth.
yeah,
And you could, like I say, you could still add a little graphite in the top and to one side,
yeah. So
like you do with a poke root or poke leaf or any of those
yeah,
kind
and
of
I'm gonna
things.
do that here. It's like it also helps if you're gonna do it to all four. I don't know how I ended up moving on. But yeah. So
Oh, and actually, I'm kind of liking what I did.
yes.
Well, I
Or
have
did
some
it?
graphite left on my Tortillion, but I'm putting a little graphite around the
Ooh,
center and
yes.
then spreading it up to make the center look, other than the little line, I added that too. Oh, but I like the way that looks. I definitely am doing it on all of them. Yes,
Oh,
Heather, exactly. Did
see?
you do it around the center too?
Yes. Yeah, I did it
That
around the
looks
center.
beautiful.
Thank you. And and I was looking, going for a minute. I'm like, okay, this just looks like it's dirty. It's like now it's just a muddy. thing. But no, it really makes a difference. And then, here's a strategy. If you just want to use a little bit of graphite, and you don't want to put your pencil right on, let's see, let me use the back of something else.
Yeah, that's what I started out doing, and then I decided I liked it so much I added more.
Yeah, well, I'll just use the back of this. So you can do, if you have a separate piece of paper, that's fine. It's almost like a paintbrush, and then you can just pick some up and add it.
Oh, that makes a world of difference.
Because it's nice to not, sometimes I'll put graphite down and then there's graphite still on the Tortillion, and then this gets too dark, and then you have graphite remorse. But you have to have the natural tile color show, just even a little sliver of it to make the curvy part look right. And I could.
I put a little dab of white jelly roll on my center too, just to give it a little spark. But I also used 2 colors of yellow. I did like a light yellow in the center, and then a more golden yellow to the outside to give it some depth.
Yeah, and I don't know if I have to grab my pen when I find it.
Even though, I mean, the original thing of Zentangle was, the tangles are not supposed to be representative of anything special. So you don't have any up or down, or like you said before, we're not drawing flowers. They happen to look like flowers.
Right.
But we didn't set
inspired by
it. Yeah. But the neat thing is, these people like you say, I can't draw anything. I can't even draw stick figures.
Yeah, not to
Look,
say
you drew flowers.
Look at what I did. Yeah, and then we have the I did that moment.
Yes. See, so it accomplishes several things.
Yeah.
And I love it.
It does. Well, yeah, and I'm going to add some more of the other things in there, but being that it's 2 minutes till, I want to see what everybody did. All right, Anne, we'll see you next time. Be able to say anyone else. And then 2, if you're going to show, say if you just want to open up your webcam first, I don't want anyone's hand to fall off, but I want to make sure we get everybody that wants to get on. Okay, Mary. Yeah, so we're just opening it up, but yes, they can always email me. What you did. Nice.
Oh, I love the way you tuck the stems into a little thing. Look, Heather. Did you see that?
Yes, a little curve line. Brilliant. Oh, Rosemary, look at that. Look at those pearls.
These are also springy. Now, if it was only
they are
outside.
Yes. Yeah. If it's not going to be outside, we can bring it inside. Oh, it looks like, okay, so I might have to have 2. Okay, because I have people on the, let's see. Oh, I have a page 2 here with a couple people. Yeah, just hold. Yeah, Mary, if you hold on for a moment, I will put that in the chat, and that way you can link it. All right, so if that's everybody. Oh, nope, I still see some moving. Oh, these are so neat.
Heather, I'll send mine on later. My camera wasn't.
Okay, Inez.
Stupid camera wasn't opening.
Oh,
Rosemary gems.
Yeah, and oh, that'll be great. Okay, if that's everybody now. Okay, well, say I know your camera's working because we see you.
It is.
But with the background, it wants to see the background.
Oh,
like somehow it knows. Yeah.
It's not on none.
That's all right. Well, just send it to me. All right,
Okay.
hold them up steady, and I'm gonna get this now. Okay, let me.
Rochelle's just went off.
Oh, no, I think that's been that way. Yeah, I think it's a
Oh,
camera
no, it
problem. All right,
flashed. Looked like
did it?
something
Was it there?
there for a
Okay,
minute.
hold them up and steady. I'm gonna grab it now. Oop, and Mary, just up a little bit higher. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Good.
All right, hold on. Print screen. I'm gonna have to do two, so don't drop off your camera yet. Paste and all right. Okay, so all right, I got them. Oh, these are so nice. Okay, and I'm gonna share my screen. In a second here, and that way everybody can see what everybody did, because you can't see when you're holding it up. Let me just do my desktop, okay? Because I need to save it, so that way I can. Okay, I'll just no, let's not do that. Oh, I just named it something weird. Okay, let's try new. Oh, and oh yeah, hold those back up. Oh, Lynn, that's gorgeous. Hold it on there for a second.
That's
Oh,
pretty.
okay, and say, and any last takers? All right, let me get Lynn's here. Okay, and oh no, yeah, say Mary got yours, and I do what I do. Okay. Okay, I think I got it now. All right, so let me share my screen and um. Okay, so we'll say, and don't worry if I got your face on here. I will cut things, out. But look at
I would say
for whatever
it's
reason, it got blurry right when I.
it's kind of fun when we glimpse their faces. We can see what people look like.
That's right. It's one of those where someday they'll come up with something that will make it easier. Okay,
Are you sharing it yet, Heather? Not
It
yet.
should be. Yeah. So there's that one. Oh, so this was just Lynn's. Oh, I do need to save. I saved it. Sorry. All that 3. Okay, and so here, and so when it only lets so many on like one page, and then it goes to a second page. They don't know that some of us are trying to take screenshots. So yeah, so here's the second page, and aren't these gorgeous? And I like that. I like Virginia's. It's like, well, you don't have to connect all of the little flowers with the beads.
Oh,
What a
but
good
what would be interesting is then connect the other ones with another string of little beads, maybe in a different color,
yeah,
and have them. You could do the hollabout under and over, and oh my
yeah.
goodness.
These are so cute. Yeah, and so too, I'll put my email in the chat in just a second. So that was the second one, and I like shares on the nice yellow page. Let's see, what was the first one I did? I think it was this one. Here we go. This one has more of everybody. But I will put them all together on one thing when I post it. But look at how neat. Oh, and Jacqueline, the way you did those the spraying with the red, it makes me think they're like peppers. That is so cool.
And Deb did hers in 2 colors, so they look like that reminds me like of a calla lily,
Yeah.
sort of, or a peace lily.
Mm-hmm.
Remember those peace lilies? Heather,
Yes.
I think you should work out a tangle. Peace lily tangle. Hmm.
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 Well, I don't know. No, these turned out really, really neat. Really neat. And I like say Karen Maxey orad the flowers.
Oh yeah, the whole outside of them.
Mm-hmm. Such neat idea.
And it looks like, Karen, if you're still on, were you planning to fill in black in all those open spaces? It sort of looks like that's what you were.
No, I just kind of sporadically put it in where I was doing course corrections.
But you know what? Do
It
that.
looks-
Though, fill in all those white spaces on the inner circle.
But
Finish filling them in. I think you would be amazed at how it already looks beautiful. But I think
yeah.
I think
I
that
thought
would-
about it, but I just kind of ran out of time. So
Well, you have the whole afternoon now. So
there you go.
At the same time, it kind of looks like there's a path underneath, you know. So
Well,
even
and that's
doing
what I thought first too. It looks like
Yeah.
something is going underneath it.
yeah,
Very,
and I like
very
yeah,
pretty.
and Rosemary's is gorgeous with the you know the
Oh, she
pearls
did
and the faceted.
faceted gems.
Yep. Neat ideas. And you know, I need to redo the gem class because most Rosemary is such an inspiration. And there's a lot of other neat idideas too. And kind of expand into some other things. You know, of course, doing it my way, way.
You're going to have to
Although
have
I don't
that.
know Rosemary, you know, I mean, it's just you know,
But
there's
you might have to have that song playing in the background, Heather.
I did it my way. I think I shall. Oh, then I couldn't post it because I would get in trouble or something.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. But it's just so gorgeous. All of them so gorgeous. And then I like that too on Rosemary's doing the embossing behind with just the flowers and little dots. You know, like the little dots like Rosemary has and on I think it was Alyssa has the therefore. It's just I don't know what it is.
It's amazing what that does.
Yeah. You don't think about it, but it's like it just does something. It's just so
That
neat.
would be neat, you know, just thinking ahead the next time you do your basic or whatever you call it. I call it basic. What do you call it?
Zentangle Essentials, yeah.
You know, when I teach it, I always tell them, well, my daughter, when I teach the halabow, I always tell them my daughter likes to put these dots in these open spaces, you know, but
Yeah.
you could do that one too in the middle, which would make it look different.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Uh-oh, somebody just connected.
Uh-oh.
You missed the whole class. Come back tonight.
Well, let me stop the recording. Bye, recording.